Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Okay, folks, welcome. Let's just welcome a few people before I really get going. I've got gloves on, folks, because we've just had the delivery this morning, the usual delivery from the mailman. We're going to be basically taking this over to the postage area, the postage and packing area here at Big Jet TV Towers. So good morning to everybody, whoever's watching. Hope you're well. Are you missing me? Hey? Is there a show today? Is there a show tonight? Come on, Jerry. It's 3 in the morning. You got to get up. We got. I do my best, folks. I do my best. But let's just have a little look here. Oh, hello. N-Team GT. Big 40 today, N-Team GT. Congratulations. Oh, mere nipper, mate. I'm 17 years ahead of you. Andrew Espeland. Good afternoon. Alan B. Yeah, good afternoon. Andrew Espeland. Nick McNair. Jeff Bundy. Quadfly 360. Quadfly 360. Now, are you a quad rider, racer? And you like to fly off jumps and stuff? Right. 360, and maybe do a 360. Well, backflip, perhaps. I don't know. Fill me in on that one. Play Spotting Ringway. John Grinham, good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody. Michael K. Vince G. Just letting a few people build the audience here, just so we can get you all in. 271 people watching. We all miss you. Jerry, Craig Wharton, Harvey Simpson, Vinnie Jones. Good afternoon to you. Tony Hall. I always wonder whether that is the Vinnie Jones, but it obviously isn't. But anyway, Big Joe, number one, Regsman. Good afternoon to you. Robert Colborne, JB. Trip reports. Just working on the Coningsby. Edit, folks. It's just looking fantastic, man. Not as loud and gnarly as the F-15s, it has to be said, those Eurofighters, because they go out without afterburner. So, you know, it's a little bit less dramatic, but it's just as dramatic with the close-up shots and all that kind of stuff. So, great edit coming up for that. And, of course, we'll premiere that to all of you executive first class and super class members before everybody else. We've now put out Freeview, by the way, folks, if you're wondering where it is. The Lakenheath 1, the first visit to Lakenheath, is now on YouTube and Facebook. 2 independent edits that I had to do for the music at the front end for Facebook and for YouTube, but they're both working now, so you won't get that big long 3-minute nothingness. And apologies to everybody for that. All our members, more importantly, for cocking that up myself. 408 people now. I look back and I look down again, and it's 408 people. Steve Russell, Stevie Luscombe, Mark Whitehouse, Daniel Hill, Gary Smith, and of course the great thing is that during the edits, I've put a bit of our chat into this one at the front end as well. So you get to hear your name. You might get to hear your name read out or whatever it is during the show. Ross Kennedy, Sam Beck, Scott Topley, Fletcher Perring. Why aren't you at Heathrow to chat, Jerry? I'll tell you about Heathrow currently, folks. The current way that Heathrow's set up right now, this week, today, it's the least eye candy you could possibly imagine. They're on 09, so they're all the way down the end of the runway. We're talking about over 2 miles. We're talking about 2 miles. Further down the runway, because you've got used the heavy zoom, you've got heat haze, you've got them coming towards you. A lot of them are well high before they reach you. Some of them are even in the cloud, because we've got 10 tenths today, so it just doesn't work in our favour. However, I have spoken to folks, my good friend Richard. We're going to be back at the top of the roof at the Hilton Garden Inn, folks. It's all on. He did say that we could do a July the 4th show. Sorry, 4th of July show on at the beginning of July, obviously, on the Hilton Garden Inn. But unfortunately, I've worked it out that they're going to be on the Northern Runway operations on that particular day. It's the Saturday. Great shame. So we will be doing a show from there the following week when they are on the Southern Runway. We'll probably do a few shows, I'd imagine, just to welcome everybody back to the Hilton Garden Inn. And if you're a new member, there's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of people, you guys out there who are watching, that haven't seen. Haven't been on the Hilton Garden Inn roof with us live, so something to really look forward to. You get to see right the way across the southern part of Heathrow Airport. See all the action on the aprons. Of course, last time we were there would have been, wow, the 22nd of March, folks. The 22nd of March, we did a show from the Hilton Garden Inn. In fact, I think we did two on the pop, 21st and 22nd, just before the lockdown. Literally 3 days later, we were on day one of the lockdown series here on Big Jet TV. But so many of you guys and girls and kids and people across the world wouldn't have seen Hilton Garden Inn. Also, folks, don't forget you get a 30% currently. I think we're still on 30% discount if you pre-book your room at the Hilton Garden Inn. Book on the 7th floor, and if you look in YouTube and on Facebook, just do Big Jet TV Hilton Garden Inn. You'll see a little piece that I did on room 747. Of course, next door is 757, then 767. So you can get your choice there. But all on the western-facing side of the hotel is usually well, it is primarily the best. If you want to look on the right-hand side, look out at all the maintenance area for British Airways and also the approach for the northern runway. You can see that as well. But personally, I'd go on the 7th floor with the westerly facing windows. Then you get a great view of the runway and a great view of everything going on. 534 people, good afternoon. So what we're doing here, let me just quickly jump onto Facebook, because we don't want to forget our friends on Facebook, because they are very loyal supporters as well, reading out their comments right now. Let's just have a look here. Okay, there he is. Okay. Paul Maskell, Emma Funnell, Jane Alder, good afternoon to you. Richard Mortara, tripod setup. I hope this thing stands up to the demands. Right, well, I'll tell you what, let's jump straight onto it. Rachel West, good afternoon all. Missed Wednesday, had to go to work. Brightening my day off today, waiting on Amazon delivery, thanks to Jerry and Gillian, all at Big Jet TV, Emma Funnell. Michael Kerr, good afternoon. Tracy Younger, Harmick Visconian, and Trish Peters. Sounds like a truck, mate. But welcome to everybody, 331 people watching on Facebook as well. So I hope you're all well. So let's dig into this, shall we? So the whole deal is I've got the iPad with me here. The reason why I'm wearing gloves, folks, is because obviously we've had a delivery here at Big Jet TV offices. This is it, ESDDI, Echo Sierra Delta Delta India, the VT60. It is not the Voltrox, I think it's Valtrox, or Viltrox, Viltrox, is the old system that you're currently on at the moment. It's good, don't get me wrong, but it's served its purpose. It's worn out now. The old set of sticks that I was using on the dolly system, that's gone. That's literally been thrown away. The head's no good anymore because the lockout system doesn't work. It's very, very stiff, and that's water ingress, just general usage. You know, tightening and untightening of the pitch. You've got the pitch of the camera, and you've also got the swivel as well for panning, obviously. And so you need that good action on the head. All misses. But you need a fluid action, basically, folks. You need a little bit of resistance there. You don't want it all floppy and all that sort. So as soon as you let it go, it just falls like that. But as so many of you folks out there, my members specifically, especially as you saw up at Lakenheath the other day, the camera tends to sort of like drift ever so slightly, and the reason for that is because the lockout mechanism on the swivel housing, there's obviously on the swivel housing it's metal to metal. So as soon as you tighten that lockout pin on, it's sort of like, you don't want to tighten it right down because it'll just score the nice smooth edge of the swivel head. So you want to just pinch it to lock it out, and then give yourself a little bit of resistance so that when you pull it, it's not all floppy like that. It's got a little bit of resistance and also up as well. This one has sort of like got to its stage now where it's like, if I'm deep zooming, this is what's really key with what we do. When I'm deep zooming right over the other side of the airfield and I want to get something, what will happen is that what with the head moving like that ever so slightly by literally a couple of millimeters, that's exaggerated massively because of the zoom that I'm using on the camera. So then as soon as it starts to pitch down, you have to move it. I have to zoom out, reset it, bring it back in, zoom it, and it's just a pain in the neck in terms of securing it, because it's constantly it's worn out basically. So now what we're doing is we've got a new set. This is we've used the Viltrox for quite some time. Been through about 3 sets of them now. Had the Kea system. Didn't like the Kea system, folks. The head was very sticky because basically, because basically the distance shot. As soon as I moved the head to just move it up, it popped like that, and it would shudder, and that's again exaggerated massively with what you see. So what I want to do, I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is basically if I've just locked it off now because it's locked on, but basically this is working. So I can come away from this and pan nice and smoothly. I can also pan up like that. So that's all very easy. So when I zoom in, I might get a drop like that. You see it dropping? You see the top of it dropping? It's just starting to, but that is, and that's where you have to lock it off. But that's a very, very minimal amount of zoom that I'm using there. So this is a heavy duty system, this one, folks. Far more heavy duty than what we're using at the moment. Slightly heavier, so I'll have to throw a few sandbags out of the old travel bag when I'm traveling. But in general, we're going to see what's important here, folks. What is vitally important here is the head. Not so much the sticks. The sticks, it's important, but all sticks are more or less the same. There is a central sort of like tripod system in the middle of the sticks that stops the legs from flying out like that. So they're halfway down. The great thing with those is it's important for me to use a set of where's all the light gone? It's important for me to use a set of sticks that has that central tripod system, so that I can put the bag on there, which houses all the Teradek and all the Bond equipment and stuff like that. Otherwise, it would have to be on the floor. You never want that because it might be wet. At least this way, I get to control it. I can put a waterproof cover over it, and da-di-da-di-da. So the reason why I've got the gloves on, folks, is because the guys just delivered it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the gloves now, I've got some wipes here. It's all a little bit crazy in it that we're doing this, but we have to do it. So what I'll do is I'll just give this a little wipe, because obviously the geezer's walked up here with it in his hands, you know. So there's no point in sort of like, you know, taking any chances. I mean, I know there's not going to be any, you know, stuff on it. You know, these guys look after themselves. They ring my doorbell. They just leave it on the doorstep. It's very efficient, guys. Once this is open, obviously, I'll be able to not worry so much, because this would have been packed up a long time ago, long probably before the COVID. This has been sitting in a warehouse, basically. So here we go. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you now over to the packaging department. Are you ready over there on the packaging department? Okay, we're going to wheel you over to the packaging department now, and just because there we can unpack it. So what I'll do is I'll come out on this one. Activate. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll pull out mine now. I knew that was going to happen. Is it? Okay. Well, you shouldn't get it. It should. Yeah, it's stopped now, is it? Okay. Flipping heck. Oh dear. That's a funny one, isn't it? Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that, eh? What are you doing that for, eh? You see. Well, unveiling, unboxing, whatever. Okay, let's just move a few things away here. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to bring the box over here. and we are going to unpack it at this stage. Got a few boxes here that arrived this morning. I'm basically looking after all the US shipments here, folks. So I've got all my packaging and stuff with me scales. Look, I've got me scales. I've got me bags. You know, so anyone from the United States of America, I don't think I've sent anything other than to the US, have I, Jilly? I don't think. All the European. Yeah, okay, so we've got the packaging and all that. Another stuff, don't know what that is, that arrived this morning. This is a glass, a pint glass for somebody who ordered it on Big Jet TV. Should just have a little look. Hold on a minute. See what it says on it. Flipping heck. Okay, when you receive this, make sure you give it a damn good wash. I've never known anything like it. See what that, right, okay, there we go. Hey, keep calm and watch Big Jets, how about that? Fair play. That's really good actually, I like that, so it's really good engraving. I think I might get one myself. But that's coming to you, dear customer, very shortly. I'll be packaging that up and taking it to your post office. And there's a couple of other packages there which... Hey? Right, okay, here we go. Let's bring this over here now. Let's bring it over. Okay. What I'll do is I'll you know, you might think that it's an easy thing to do, picking a set of picking a tripod for a thing phone, but trust me, it's there are a number of different things that it needs to right, I've got the iPad here, so right, let me just show. Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's fine, yeah. Hold on a minute, let me just do it. Okay, there you go. Now, just yeah, I'm gonna show the punters now what we're talking about, Jilly. So what we need to do is, so do you want to switch? Do you want to switch to? Oh, man, hold on a minute. Where's that? Okay, I'm on the wrong. Let me just put the camera over there. That's it. There we go. Okay, just stand by, Jilly. Stand by. Oh my God, come on, mate. Okay, so how good is that? Okay, go for it. Okay, go for a switch. Yeah, tell me when I'm switched. Okay, could do with a bit more light in here, really, to be honest with you. What's going on? Yeah, check the audio. So basically what we have here, folks, is that this assembly here that you can see, I've made that myself. Well, I haven't made it myself. It's actually, it's not for this purpose. It is for housing a larger camera, blah, blah, blah. But I've basically jerry-rigged everything onto this so that I have a clip system where I just slide this straight out. So it's all one piece. But basically, one lead, very simple, one lead, all connected down to the Teradek. And as you can see here, this is what I'm talking about. This triangle, the tripody type system in the middle. I'm sure it's got a technical term to it, but anyway, we'll come to it. So basically, what is important is this here. This is your lockout for pitch, and you can see it's quite stiff. You know, you just need to pinch it ever so slightly. And down here, that's the rotate. So you just want to, because you can undo it right up like that, but then you just want to pinch it up so that it is just biting. This is the mic sender unit, and of course that's been fixed, folks. Incidentally, okay, GP. So basically, this is the most important part, folks. This is the head of the unit, and we're just basically going to check now and test it and see what happens. GP, go to the other camera. Yep. Tell me when I'm on. Okay. Right. So that's just going to go vertical again, Jelly. So here we go then. Let's pull this thing out, shall we? Oh, misses. This bit of foam. Right, this is always the case, isn't it? You get the cardboard box and then you get that, which is good, which is decent. Now the good thing with this is, let me just read out what it is in terms of the unit itself. They're all like, oh, for God's sake, just get it out of the bag, will you? Oh, can't say God. I might get, you know. Can't be careful what I say now, folks. With all these programmes being taken off TV. Gone is the English humour now. I can't say anything. I can't do the Life of Brian sketches anymore, unless, of course, it doesn't offend. I don't want to offend people. It's like, oh, leave it out. Where's the English humour gone, man? The BBC, they've all just... Anyway, it's great, isn't it? Let's not go into to rant mode here. Right, here it is. Right, we have been delivered today. Heavy-duty aluminium video tripod is basically the term that it's given. Heavy-duty, the ESDDI VT60 64-inch shooting tripod with fluid head. Now that's the key here, folks. The fluid head. £11, just on £11, and for DSL camcorder weight 8 point. Oh no. Max loading is £11. So you're talking about a big DSLR camera on there. Weight is 8.7 pounds, relatively light, around about the same sort of like weight as the previous set, maybe a pound or two heavier, but hey, we just have to shed some weight when we're traveling. Of course, it's got, into what's really important, what's really key here, it's only got 49 reviews, but those 49 reviews have come 4.5 stars out of 5. So, you know, some people may have a few issues, but I don't know what they are completely yet. Let's just have a little look here. Right, okay, let's break it open, shall we? So obviously comes with a carry case, as does all of the tripod sets. You can see this has been in the box for absolutely ages. All made in China, folks. To be honest with you, most of this stuff is all made in China. It's not like it used to be. It's very, very good quality, high-end stuff. You know, at the end of the day, you take something over to China. Can you copy this? Yes, we can. Just put a different name on it. Lovely jobbly. You know, lovely jobbly. Oh, careful, careful. We don't want to offend anyone. So here we go. So we've got a little, what appears to be some kind of. Oh, that's quite nice actually. I like that. I like that. That's a little. Let me just show you that. That's pretty cool. That's a head protector, basically. That wrapping there is a head protector on Velcro. So basically, the head is protected when it's being transported. Which, to be honest with you, folks, that's what is key for me as well, is the whole transportation thing, because you know, we're carrying this overseas, and we have seen some disastrous images of baggage handlers. Hey, here we go, son. But the good thing is that our bag is really quite heavy, maxed out 23 kilos every time, so it's quite heavy. So they're like lifting it up and putting it on. So, you know, and also the sticks are packed in their own protective bag, but also protect them as well as that with foam. Like this, it's quite thick foam. I protect the sticks inside the bag with that, so for any knocking damage or anything like that. But anyway, let's pull this out of the plastic and see what we got. Okay, one sealed end, probably one unsealed end, I'd imagine. There it is. Okay, so first things first, it's the feet. The feet are really important, folks. Not as important as the head, obviously, but we've got two different mounting units here, two different mounting heads. But as you can see here, the feet are really quite important, because you've got three different options here. This is for flat decking, obviously, when I'm on top of the van. But you can pull the foot off, so you've got a separate foot like that. And this then can be used in other, like sand and stuff like that. And then if you're on grass, you just take the cap off and you've got a nice strong spike there. Quite big spikes as well, so that's pretty cool. I like that. So we'll just quickly whip that back on now. And I tell you what, they're much easier to put on than the old feet on the old system, so I'm quite happy with that right away. First thing I'm noticing is this in the middle here, this piece here. It's quite floppy, but there may be a reason for that. What's important is how it's mounted as well. And the great thing is, you can't quite see it, but here you've got a bolt with an Allen head on it. So you've got a nut and bolt basically securing this, whereas the old set was rivets, which basically I had to drill out and put screws in there, because these wear out really quickly, especially when you've got a little bit of weight going on them. Because normally these aren't built for having weight on them. The good thing is that it's got a good strong lockout there, whereas the other ones sort of like, they bent through the middle, which sort of like put extra stresses on it. These are, is that Allen bolt? No, these ones in the middle are rivets, which is fair enough, you know, and they're good, big, strong rivets. Okay, so in terms of weight, it's fine, it's not a problem. So what I'll do is, we'll just, okay, let's just, oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, so I'm just doing the, yeah, these legs are really thick, man. Mind you, not a lot of difference really in it, but I like that. I like the lockout system on the for the leg. Look, don't know if you can see this, but let me just turn that like that. But basically, the old set had a twist and tighten. It was like that. These ones is it's quite strong. So it clips in real nice, so I'm happy with that. So far so good, folks. So there she is on the floor. You can't see it. Let's just have a little look. Okay. Need more light, man. Need more light. Flipping heck. Just wondering, should we take it over here again so we're in more light? Should we do that? Okay, let's do that. You're going to get a bit of, you might get a little bit of dodgy screen here, folks, but I'll do it slowly. Jilly, keep an eye on it, please. So this is basically a dolly system that I've got here, folks, which is, it's just, right, okay. Let's put it there, shall we? Yeah, you all good? Alright. Okay. Right. Oh, it's still really dark, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. Okay, I've got to turn around the other way. Let me turn around the other way, man. I just, or should we put it outside? I'm not going to take it outside. Should we take it outside? Take it outside, man. Okay, here we go. Let's do it outside. No show today, folks. No show today. No show today. The cat has gone away. No, folks. You know, I must be honest. It's you sometimes forget, don't you? Right, coming outside, Jilly. Been a long time since we've done this, isn't it? Oh, 777 coming out. 777 coming out. Yeah, yeah. Well, we might get one. We might get one. It's clear enough skies. We got any? Okay, okay. Right, okay. Well, we'll have a look. We'll keep an eye on it. Okay, let's have a little look here. Okay, folks. So there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Have I got room to manoeuvre? Roots manoeuvre. Okay, American triple coming out. It'll probably come straight over the top of us. So first things first, folks. This is nice. I've got to admit, the old system is sort of like, you know, very thin alloy, quite flimsy and quite floppy. Whereas this central system here, I know I keep harping on about it, but look how that locks out really nicely. And these tubes are quite nice and thick, well well made. Only time will tell how well that holds out. So what we're going to do is, just so I can bring this up to eye level, there you go, look at that flip out, that's lovely, isn't it? So we'll bring this up to here. I like the way these slides, man. Slides? Yeah, it's nice, I like it, I like it. Right, okay. Right, now let's have a little look at the head, shall we? So what I will do is, I will transfer this head, because basically what I've got is the entire camera assembly that I just showed you is bolted to this. Oh, I like that. See, that's a lockout there. See that little bit of brass there? Let me just turn this off here. See, that's the one thing you don't want to do. See, that is very stiff. That's very stiff, which is a good thing. That's a sign of a good quality unit when it's new. It is quite stiff. But I like the lockout here. It's like it's got a maximum rotate on that. And then over this side, we have a little button, which is much the same as the old system, which you basically push that in and slide it out, which you can see there. That's the little slider there. So this basically is a spare, more than anything else. So your camera is just camera's just gonna slide straight. The whole unit, everything with it. So the only way really to do it, to test it, is to try it out. Now, right here you've got a little bubble for the leveling. So it's difficult sometimes because obviously the van's parked at an angle or whatever, or the flooring is at an angle, but this will bring it all in nice and level. Get your head level, that's really key. There's also these little markers around the edge here where you can sort of like unpin it and just line it up yourself. But I like this as well. This is really key, folks. This is things like this. This is really important. This little tightener here, which basically allows you to rotate the head. That's really important. And it's got a nice nip up as well. It's not like the other one, which is like I keep catching me knuckles on it and stuff like that. So anyway, let's give this a try. We're fully unhinged on the head itself. So let's just, for the first time, let's just level that out on the bubble. Let's unhitch this and put it into here, shall we? Here we go. You ready for this? Come on then. Come on. Oh, I'll tell you what, hold on a minute. Let me just do this first. I've got to put the arm on. Now, I'm hoping... Now, remember what I said earlier, folks. Let me just grab this. Just to show you what I was talking about when I'm filming. Because I'm chatting away, I'm looking down at the iPad. I've usually got the iPad down here somewhere, or the phone or whatever, so I'm chatting away. And this is the panning arm. I'm hoping this is going to fit. Hoping this is going to fit. Oh, it's not going to fit. Okay, so that's a different... Oh, I don't know. Hold on, hold on. Yeah. Come on, mate. Come on, fit. No, it's not going to fit. But it doesn't matter. But basically, as you can see, the length for this panning arm, it's sort of like I catch it sometimes, or I might catch it with me coat or whatever, or with me collar even. So what I've done is, I've taken a previous one, here's one I made earlier, and I've just basically cut it down so that I've got a nice little arm that I can do maximum height on for overflies, because that's what's key. Because I normally have to have this right up here. When I'm filming, so I'm using my panning arm like this at an angle, which is quite inconvenient, it has to be said, because the thing sticks in your face, as you can see how long it is. So by using this, what I'll do is I will take the new one and I'll trim it just like this, because that is absolutely perfect. That length there, you see. Little dinky one. Anyway, let's just take that off of there, shall we? Okay, now let's pull you across. Here we go. You're unlocked there. Slide you out of there. God bless you, blame me, really. Did it be lucky? And we might even have a Okay, okay, now we have a problem, Houston. We have a problem, Houston. And I kind of thought that might happen, and it has happened. Exactly. So basically, this bracket, that bracket is for a Viltrox. This bracket is for these guys. So this bracket is the only one that will fit on here. It's interesting that the other one just locks, but that's a maximum. It's got a maximum on it, but it's nice that you can, because sometimes the camera sort of like drops like that because it's got it's a little bit front heavy. But anyway, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to transfer that over to that. So do we stay live while we're doing that, or do we okay, we're going to have to stay live while we're doing it. So we're going to take the big one off. We don't need the big one. We don't need the big one on there, you know, that one there, because it comes with two of them. One for the big old fella, and this is for the little camera that we've got there. So what we'll do is, hopefully, yeah. We're going to do that. I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'll tell you what we need to do. The only thing is that I'm worried about is I'm going to miss that triple, but it doesn't matter, it's fine. So, yeah, this ain't going to take this ain't going to take like, this is usually, it takes, let's see what I've got this, see where I can. It's not the sort of thing you really want to be doing. Without putting it on a desk or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Let's just have a look and see what happens when we do this. Oh, why not? Still on? Is it still on, really? Yeah, that's still on. What do you mean, what just happened? What with the iPad? Okay. No, I haven't. No, it should come back on. Yeah, okay. Just trying to figure out. I can never work out how to flip this. Trying to flip it, mate. I'm trying to flip it. Trying to flip the camera. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. What's that looking like? Right, okay. So what we've got to do. No. That's not my fault. That was the. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work, Chili. Because I've got quite a lot. To do here. Let me just see how quick that's going to be. We can take this off here. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Right, you can see, yeah? You can see what's going on here. Can you see what's going on here? All right. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay, folks, sorry about that. So basically what I'm doing is I'm sliding this out now. Got my little red button that I okay, here she comes. So I'm doing it the opposite way around, that's why, but anyway, out she comes. So here we go, this is the entire unit here. And basically, it's hard for me to do this because I'm doing it the other way around. But basically, this is the plate that we're going to have to take off and replace it with this one. But I tell you what I'm going to have to do first, because there must be, hopefully, another plate. There must be another plate, I'd imagine. That's a bit of a shame, that is. I mean, these are all pretty much the same. Let me just double check that that's not going to fit. I don't like to force things. Never like to force things on stuff, but it may be that. No, that just does not want to go in there, does it? Not going in the back way as well. No. Okay, so they very cleverly designed and developed their very own clamp, which basically means it's a little bit of a ball ache for me, folks, because this plate, as you can see, is nice and long, which gives me the opportunity to mount my sender unit on it. However, this one is really short, so therefore it's only like that length there. So it's going to allow me to mount the camera. Okay, we're just going to have to give it a go. We're going to have to suck it and see, basically. They're both the same size. Right. So what we'll do is we're going to let me just come out of this a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off here. So now we've got the unit on its own without that, which is a bit of a shame because I liked that. So now the problem with this is going to be so this, hopefully, don't need that piece of rubber there. So we're basically going to mount this on here like this, and that can be, how far back can that be? That can be as far back as that, can't it? What's quite cool is that this one's got okay, I like that. Yeah, okay, that's good. We might be in business quite soon. Hold on a minute. Stand by, folks. Just got to straighten it up. Right, okay, so it's on. I know that was a bit quick, but let me just see if that will. Okay, that's on. We're done. Okay, GP, you can cut to the other camera. Back to the other one, yeah. I've got a plane coming out. Okay, so I've got this panning arm. I've got this panning arm on it, folks. Is it? Vamos 330 taxi. Did it? That's not good. I don't like that. Tell you what, I have to be honest. The panning arm on the new one is actually shorter than the panning arm on the old one, on the Valtrox, whatever. But let's just grab this and just going to get a little bit of test card, folks, for a second. maybe down to the actual charger unit itself, the power supply itself. Okay, what's that looking like, Jilly? Let me just do a little movement test. You ready, Jilly? You ready for a little movement test? Yeah, you on? Tell you what I am going to do, Jilly. Stand by, folks. No. I just wiggled the wire. That's all. What I am going to do, folks, is I'm going to now test the central. Because you might get a bit of blue test card now, Jilly. Blue screen. Okay, so now this is going to go. I'm now moving the bond onto the new legs to see the setup, to see how effective it is. I'll tell you what is nice, that setup, that's nice and high up as well. It's not low down like before. Nice, yes. Oh, plane. Oh look, there's our first test. Nice. Oh, it's very smooth. Is that One World? American One World, is it? Yeah. I'll tell you what, guys and girls, that is very, very smooth. Let me just check. It's not, no? Okay. Oh yeah, this is it. I think we found the one. This is very, very smooth. Look, when I zoom right in on that up there and I want to adjust it ever so slightly, all I have to do is just move the, oh yes. Very nice. Okay, I'm very, very satisfied, folks. This gets the green light. Just hold on a second, Julie. I'm going to go to the, I'm just going to go to, Can you do pip? Can you do pip? Stand by. You put in the. Check it with the audio now. I think you've got audio on the iPad. Check. 1 2 1 2. Check. Oh, go live. Hold on a minute. Go live. Check. 1 2 1 2. Check. The bars are moving. Have I got another plane coming out? So I think I can hear one, but okay. Well, go to iPad. You good? What? I've done anything. Okay, good to go? Okay, folks, so this basically gets the green light. Very happy with how strong the center section is to hold the bond, as you can see there. Basically, that all shuts down and closes up. It's got its own little cooler fan inside it as well. So that's all pinging away right now. I think we've got the all the modems fitted in, and of course the great thing is that we just have this one lead here, which is basically going up to the camera, to the micro HDMI. It's important that you have a replacement standby. As you can see here, I've got a standby HDMI big to micro right there. Which is really important, spare micro, just in case this one fails. And I've also got an extra backup lead exactly the same length as that. Over here, as you can see how fluid this is, look how fluid this is. Might not even need that short arm on it actually, to be honest with you folks, just because of the fact that this arm is considerably shorter than the old arm. This is a Pebble charger unit, which basically plugs straight into the camera. This is my my audio. This goes straight into the camera here, the mains power, and then I've got my audio, which basically goes into there for the microphone. Now all I've got to do is find an alternative place to mount the sender unit, which isn't a problem. It's not going to be a problem. But yes, very happy indeed. We will field test this literally on Sunday, maybe a little bit sooner, folks, if we hear of something special coming in. But you can be rest assured that if anything does happen, we will be out there. ESDDI is what you want to search for if you're looking for a good set of sticks. And of course, it's got a panning side left or right, depending upon what hand you are. So, and of course, our fantastic Panasonic VX1, which we cannot fault in any way, shape or form. And of course, the wonderful Teradek unit there. Costs a lot of money, these units, folks. That's what you guys have paid for. Of course, it costs us a monthly. There's a monthly subscription to that as well. Well, not a subscription, but we have to pay monthly, like a handling fee, so to speak, with Teradek and Core and the people that we stream everything through. So go to Camera GP, go to Core, please. Quick. I just stabbed myself in the neck. Look at that. That's good to see, isn't it? Oh man, this is absolutely, it's a pleasure to work with it, man. Wow, yeah, man. So 10 out of 10 so far, folks. 100% 10 out of 10 for the SD. Should we call it Eddie? Should we call it the Eddie? But very happy with it, folks. As I am with you. But all I've got to do now is find an alternative place to fit the sender unit. I will do that. That shouldn't be a problem. Got nothing else coming out, Julie? Great t-shirt. Okay. Also, folks, just to let you know that we do have Military Planes TV t-shirts available now. Is this one in the store, Jilly? I asked you this one for this especially, didn't I? Well, they're going to be in the store very soon. So we've got Military Planes TV, we've got a couple of other designs that are coming onto the store. And be patient, folks, all of you guys and girls out in America. I know there were 3 or 4 very patient customers and viewers out there in the United States who were happy to wait, because obviously I'm doing the US postage, because otherwise Jilly has to physically go down to the post office, because what we have to do is we have to get them to send the US stuff to us. We unpack it and repackage it and send it out to the United States ourselves. But all the other stuff, Europe and the UK, that all goes straight from the manufacturer, whereas obviously the American stuff has to come here. I have to unpackage it, repackage it and send it out, and that's purely because I don't want Jilly going down the post office and mingling with all the stuff going on at the moment. Thank you for your patience, and I think that's about it really. Now if anything happens, if anything does happen, folks, I've got to get on with this Coningsby edit, but if anything does happen, we will let you know. And just so that also in terms of what we were talking about earlier on with the Hilton Garden Inn, and it being the first time for a lot of people up there on the Hilton Garden Inn, that will be in a couple of weeks' time. Well, it won't actually, it'll be about 4 weeks, because it will be the week after the 4th of July, that will be up on the Hilton Garden Inn. And of course, that is when the hospitality industry should start to open up a little bit more here in the UK and also around the world. But bear in mind, folks, that it always has been here on Big Jet TV. The standard procedure is we do a midweek show on Wednesday. It might be either side, depending upon weather or whether, you know, there's something else happening, but it might be either side. But it's generally the midweek show on Wednesday and then the weekend show, which will either be on the Saturday or the Sunday. Sometimes, depending upon what's going on, depending upon how busy things are, we will do both days, Saturday and Sunday. But it looks like we're going to be bringing you an evening show on Sunday this week. So that should be interesting. See what else is going on there. See if there's anything new happening up there at Heathrow. And of course, the military stuff has been very much welcomed here on Big Jet TV, and we're going to just keep doing that. But in general, folks, thank you very much indeed for watching, and we give the ESDDI complete tripod setup a big thumbs up, it has to be said, and anyone from ESDDI are more than welcome to use this as propaganda within their thing. Within their Amazon report or whatever. I'm not going to put this in the Amazon report. It's going to be a bit of a long-winded one. I could cut it up and put it into the Amazon report, but it would be good. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Let's just do a few comments, shall we? Just to read out a few comments, because I know you guys have been sitting there all yapping on amongst yourselves. Where is it? Where's the phone? Yeah, and actually, folks, somebody very interesting, Eddie, just mentioning about rivet joint, folks. Oh, right. Oh, Eddie, the sticks, right. Anyway, what is interesting was if you were with us the other day at Lakenheath and Mildenhall, of course. We had an issue with the mic, which I've managed to fix, folks. That was literally just restored to factory settings. And I've also given him a comb, look. Look how nice and fresh he looks with his nice new hair. I took the mic down the hairdressers. But look, I used the cat's brush and given him a proper. Looks like the fella. Oh, can't say anything, can I? No, don't want to upset anyone. Here you go. Here we go. Here we go. Virgin Atlantic Dreamliner. Oh my word, this is such a smooth unit. I tell you what, definitely smooth operator. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago. But yeah, oh man, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. It's like it's proper good, that is. But yes, so the mic was dealt with, basically, restored to factory settings. A little bit of blah blah on it, but basically what we have is we have that microphone there. And then we have the output unit, which is here. That basically plugs straight into the camera, takes the feed and remotely sends it out to this old fella here. And it appears, oh, Chachi, here, Chachi, here, quickly. Come on, come on. Oh yeah, what's this? Oi, what's this? What's some of this? Here. Oh, Chachi. Oh, okay. No, not interested. Wow, this is so cool, this head, man. I'm probably going to go on about it for about a week, but Yeah, what we were talking about, rivet joint, very, very interesting. And somebody actually mentioned on the show afterwards, or a day or so later, basically saying that they too, they live in the vicinity of an RAF station. Apparently, when rivet joint is in, their garage door has a mind of its own. So it's haunted, but that rivet joint, if you look closely, see the array of masts. I don't think there's a spare place on the top of that fuselage, or in fact even on the bottom, where there's not a mast. It's just incredible. We'll have to get a model from ARD, see if Paul's got a model of rivet joint. That's a good one, that is. And then we can have a real good look at it, because she's got a very pointy nose on her, so that's all radar equipment in there. Lots of stuff slung underneath her. But it is incredible that all of that equipment has now been sort of shrunk right down, so they can get it into the Raytheon, I think Raytheon, the little sort of like, you know, tiny aircraft. Obviously, probably not quite as much equipment, and of course on board a rivet joint, there'll be a lot of personnel on board looking at screens and like do 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 and all that going on. We believe, we're pretty confident that it was rivet joint who broke our feed the other day, because it was absolutely fine all the way through the day, no issues at all. In came rivet joint. As soon as it touched down, bang, it froze. Apparently, I was sort of like filming it, and then I only found out later. But a great shame. We'll let it off, because it's what a day that was, man. What a day that was to see all those jets and those military aircraft. You know, it was just an C-17 Globemaster, C-130 Hercules, the KC-135 tankers doing touch and goes. If you remember, man, you would have enjoyed that. I tell you, you really would have enjoyed that. And we're definitely going to be going back to do more of that. But before that, it will obviously be Heathrow. And other than that, I think we're about done, folks. Oh yeah, I was going to read some comments out, wasn't I? But yes, congratulations to these folks here at ESDDI. All the kind of stuff that that we've talked about, you know, the 360-degree pivot, 70 to 90-degree tilting. Obviously, that's really important, because I have to get the overfly, so I have to literally put the camera up almost vertically. We have flat land, upper and sand options for the sticks in terms of sitting them in the ground. And yeah, just a very, very good set of sticks. £129, folks. Very, very reasonable in terms of all the other ones. The Viltrox, or whatever it is, the Voltrox is actually about 130 quid, something like that. It's good, but I've never had a set as good as this. This wasn't around when we first bought the other set, so congratulations to them. They'll be getting a 5-star rating from me for the moment. You never know, folks. This thing, it's all about water ingestion. That's why you need to be careful and protect. Oh, I'm all the way talking. You need to protect your equipment. All misses. But basically, this is something that I made because there was nothing else available. I've got a water jacket that goes around the sticks as well. Let me show you that quickly. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what I have got, folks. I'll tell you what I have got as well. I've got a bleeding umbrella, and so you know, next time we're like that, aren't we? Hey, underneath everything, all nice and dry-ish. Yeah, that was a vitally important part of the kit, which I haven't done yet. Where are you going? Where are you going? Hey? See, look, I've left that at that angle and it's not dropping. Absolutely perfect, man. Where's he going? He's going to go and sit in the dirt. Anyway, let me just quickly show you the other equipment that I use for keeping everything as dry as I possibly can. This fella here is actually a rain jacket for a camera, for a big DSLR camera. So that's why it's got the clear plastic on it. But basically, I wrap this around the sticks. It's got the Velcro on it, which is perfect. So basically, that gives me added protection. The only problem with it is in high wind conditions, that will turn into a sail. So therefore, obviously, it will have a tendency to blow the sticks over if it can. That's why I've got sandbags to weigh the sticks down, and I've also built a windbreak for the van, which is collapsible, which goes on top of the van. So I'm fully set up there, but above that, you know, there's nothing to stop the water from going in there. So I've basically made this little fella out of a bin liner and tons of gaffer tape. Nothing like the old gaffer tape, is there, eh? You know what I'm saying? But basically, this will now go over. I'll take the head out and I'll put this on, and then the head will go through there and protect the water, protect it from running down onto the unit there. So that's basically bone dry in there. As well as that, of course, I have waterproof covers as well that go over the Terradeck unit itself. So when you're getting absolutely pelted with rain or hail or whatever it might be, you are completely safe from the elements, apart from me, of course, who doesn't mind getting a bit battered. But there we go. So Scott Cowell. Oh yeah, interesting, Scott Cowell. It's not a Big Jet TV branded umbrella. That would be a good thing. We've got them on the store, folks. We've got them on the store. In fact, GP, let's order one. Can you just put a post-it note to order one? Because I obviously need one. You don't want to be giving sort of like JD Sports Golf a plug. But Scott Cowell, thank you. Yes, we will do that. Jeff Anderson, Mark Appleby, Blue Peter, Mark Jones, Akira Babise needs to be a big brolly though. I've actually ordered another brolly last night. In fact, I tell you what, wonder if I can cancel that because now we're going to get another one. No. I'll tell you what, I will keep that one, but I'll take that Big Jet TV one out with me on the golf course if and whenever I go out there. RAF A330 tanker landed at Heathrow about 10 minutes ago. Wow, Steve Green saying RAF A330 tanker landed at Heathrow. They're on 09s. Is that air tanker maybe not an actual RAF tanker, but is that one of air tankers A330s that they use? They combine with passengers and they can transform it into a tanker, which is crazy. I think that is literally a case of I'd like to see those air tanker 330s to see whether they've got a cargo door at the back. I don't know if they do. Stephen Owers, Scott Tarpley, got it all sorted. Les Tanker, train spotting fan. Paul Skilling, Mark Appleby, Paul MK, Dan Waterman. Hope you're doing good, guys. Chuck is just over here doing that. Brandon Baker, thank you, Brandon. Andy Jones, Nobby Clark. Here. Come here. What's this? Just somebody. Bulldog 617. He's a cute. Okay. Don't be scared, Charlie. Don't be scared. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. Charlie, he's a good boy. Hey, boy. Say hello. Charge. Lie down. Go on. No. Gonna sit. That's the icon, and that's the little thing in it. That's the little emoji in it. Look, chachi, didi, chachi, didi, chachi, didi. What's this? Anyway, whatever. Is he gonna lie down? Is he gonna roll over? You're gonna roll over, chachi. You're gonna roll over. Yes, so great show the other day, man, at at Mildenhall. Wow, what a fantastic show that was, and of course at Lakenheath as well. So it basically means now that what we'll probably be doing is when we do the Lakenheath show, we'll probably do Mildenhall as well. So we do morning at Lakenheath, get them going out and returning for the morning session, and then heading over to Lakenheath where they will support the afternoon session with their tankers. We were very fortunate the other day, it has to be said on the show, that the ILS system actually went inoperative at Lakenheath, which basically meant that all the aircraft, all the F-15s, had to be diverted over to Lakenheath, to Mildenhall, which is why we went down there. And what a great afternoon that was. So fantastic. Chris Madge, for the top of the van, guardrails on top, you just need a local metal fabricator to produce a pop-up pram type cover that slots in the top of the upper. Yeah, you know what the problem with that, Chris, is obviously I need to look all over the place, you know, so anything above me will limit where I can look. So sometimes, for instance, if I'm at the Renaissance and I need to look back over the top, if there's a cover there, then obviously it's going to be a problem for me. So, you know, and also that would possibly have problems with wind, I'd imagine. But what I have done is I've fabricated using external ply a piece that is basically up to here, which is a windbreak for the sticks, and also potentially for the mic as well. It won't stop all the wind, it won't stop the wind from sort of like this height up, but it's basically more for the protection of the unit down here. But I haven't put it to the test yet, because the problem with that is that you've got another massive 6 foot by 4 foot panel on top of the van, so the wind will tend to hit it and it might rock the van. If it does, it's going to get slung, because obviously you can't have that. You can't have the van moving around. I mean, the side of the van is a big enough wind sail as it is, and it's never really affected me. But up higher, the wind, believe it or not, when you go up 7, 8, 10 feet up in the air, the wind is at a different level and sometimes can be a little bit gnarlier. So we'll just have to see how that all works out. But thanks, Chris, anyway, for that. Akira, anyone know the typhoons fly out every day at Coningsby? I think they do. They basically, yeah, most days, nighttime operations or daytime operations. It really does depend. I think next week, because their day this week, I think, or maybe their nights this week. I don't know. Scott Topley, Mildenhall was brilliant. Quality action with the C-17, C-130 and the KC-135. London City Chris would have wore to work at LCY. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. LCY Chris asking about Big Jet TV masks. Yeah, to be honest with you, folks, you know, you can. We can't. Well, actually, we discussed that on the show the other day. We did try it out, but unfortunately, it turned out that the packaging outside just had the logo on it. It didn't actually have it on the mask. Be kind of cool, instead of having it right across the front here, just have it at the corner there. But I don't think they're doing it. I think it's because of the fact that the masks come in a pack of 10. They don't want to open them up and have to repackage them. It just, in terms of printing them, would be too much hassle. I think it would have to be right at the other end where the masks are actually manufactured. Mr. Wrighty, Stephen, it's good to see you, Mr. Wrighty. Ian Cumming, Odette Stevens, good afternoon to you. Martin Smith, Craig Wharton, Mark Appleby, Karen Corcoran, and everybody watching there. 649 people tuning in to some bloke waffling on in his back garden. But it was a good, test for the sticks, as it is at the moment. Jonathan Powell, Karen Shepherd, and Katrina Ena watching on Facebook. Harmik Viscanian. Harmik Viscanian saying, wow, that's better than CinemaScope and Panavision. Is he talking about the zoom that we had on that? It's so fluid, I'm telling you, folks. It just everything. If you've got a nice fluid head, and it doesn't jolt or anything like that, that basically means that gives you complete freedom of movement with your toggle finger as well, as you're zooming in and zooming out. So it makes the whole process of filming that much better and smoother. Trust me, I feel like getting up to Heathrow right now. But like I say, folks, like I said at the beginning of the stream, No. I'm not going to go to Heathrow because I've got to finish the Coningsby edit, and I've got to have some lunch, and I've got to set that mic unit up. But runway 09 right from the paddock is not the best position. 27 left, most definitely. But next week they're going to be going on to the northern runway. But we're definitely going to be this weekend in the paddock for those 09s. Was there talk that it might change, the wind direction might change, Chile, on Sunday? Yeah, so Sunday afternoon we might be back round to Westerlies, folks. So we might do sort of like a show when they're still on 09s, and then hopefully they'll change over or switch over. We've not really seen that a lot at London Heathrow. Roy Johnson, good afternoon to you. Emma Funnell, loved the Lakenheath and Mildenhall show. Thank you very much indeed. Martin McCormick reminds me of the joke when the delivery guy was asked to pop the bubble wrap in the corner. It took him 2 hours. Pop the bubble wrap in the corner. It took him 2 hours. That's a Harmic Viscanian type joke. That is, but it's actually coming from Martin McCormick. Very funny one that was doing the rounds yesterday. You've probably all seen it, but some bloke rang up. Some bloke rang up B&Q and asked how big the queue was, and the blokes on the other end of the phone said it's the same size as the B. Anyway, that was funny. You had to be there. Lee Burnett, Caleb Weatherdew, good to see you, Caleb. Valerie, Darren Puck, sorry. Good day to you. Ashley Williams, Valerie Dickens. Jane Alder, where's Chachi? He's right there. Oi. You gonna lie down? He's a good boy. Go and lie down. He's a good boy. Might do a rollover for me now, aren't I? You gonna roll over, Chachi? Are you gonna roll over? Yes, you're a big softy, aren't you? You're a big softy. Okay, and that's where we'll lie for another 3 hours. Before it's foodie poodie time, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh, careful, don't move too hard. Oh, sorry, Judge. I always ruin it, don't I? Kick the bleeding thing. Sorry, mate. Sorry, man. Sorry. This is just such a great set of sticks. So there you go, folks. We shall see what happens, and most definitely Sunday. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. But no promises, guys and girls. You know, we have work to do. Incidentally, app update, just to let you know that the app has now gone for, I think we've sent it about 3 times for approval. Now it's gone through to its final submission stage, and it looks like it might be activated. So basically it means that in future, instead of going to the website, instead of going to Facebook or YouTube looking for updates, all that sort of thing, you'll be able to carry Big Jet TV on your phone, Android and iPhone, in your pocket. Get your little or iPad, get your little notification. Big Jet TV will be live, so and so and so and so, or Big Jet TV are live now, right on your phone. And we basically control that, by the way, folks. We type it in, and then as soon as we type it in and hit send, bang! All of you guys and girls who get the app, which is free of charge, and there's no in-store purchases, folks. No in-store purchases on the app. Just good, honest fun. And so the latest YouTube stuff will be up there as well. So it'll be a one-stop shop, basically, for you to... have they got a link to the shop at the store as well, GP? There's a link to the store. Of course there's a link to the store, you stupid boy. But can't even say things like, they don't like it up, sir. I can do, because they don't know what I'm talking about. It's going to have to be doing a lot of beeping, really, and we. No, that's not how you write go home. It's like an Anna Domini and all that. Anyway, no more 40 Towers with that funny sketch with the people mentioning certain parts of our history. Golden Bennett. The world's gone mad, but at least we're in our own little bubble here, folks. Our own little bubble of aviation fans and fans, maybe not aviation fans. It's funny because we have so many people who say, I wasn't even into planes before I saw Big Jet TV. I didn't even know I liked military jets until I saw the military stuff that you do. So it's good. It's really good that you're here, folks, and it is great to be able to. Trust me, man, if I could be live every day, I would be, but I'd just probably end up melting into the floor. That 50 days really took it out of us, both me and Jilly. It was very, very hard going. Every day having to keep updating stuff. It's not like we went, right, okay, hit live, and then sort of went off and did whatever. It wasn't like that. We had to watch it right through to the last minute every single day for 50 odd days, and it's great. It was great, don't get me wrong, but it's very tiring. That was all. It got us through. We were all in it together, and hopefully things are getting better for you wherever you are in the world. Of course, every day we're hearing that we're trying to get updates on in terms of what we're going to be able to do in terms of travel. We're even looking at that option of going out somewhere, spending a week away, coming back, spending 2 weeks in quarantine if I have to, and then we can play out the shows that we did when we were away and just do what we're doing here, because no one can stop me being in my garden, can they? Oh, sorry. Yes, yeah. We're going to put a couple of screenshots up on the fan zone, folks, of the app. Don't bother looking for it at the moment because you won't find it. But be great to have you guys getting involved in that. It's going to be interactive as we can. There's an option for you to contact us through there as well. So basically, everything you need, just make sure you save it. Just upload the app onto your home screen, put it on your #1 screen on the home screen, and then you just get that little update that comes up every time. It's going to be great. We've been talking about it for a long time. Unfortunately, we've also got a little video of it as well, folks. So listen, folks, thank you so much indeed for watching. Again, I have to say, ESDDI, this set of sticks is a great buy if you're on Amazon, if you're looking to spend half decent money. You know, this is the sort of thing that you don't want to be a cheapskate on. You've got to spend a little bit of money and good money to get a good system. I like the clamp systems on the legs as well. They're nice and sturdy, look like they'll last a long time. Well molded as well. The plastic looks like that really hard impact plastic, but not that brittle stuff. It's quite soft, but not brittle, you know, which is what you really need. So very well thought out, whoever designed and developed this set of sticks. Again, it is the ESDDI VT-60, Victor Tango -60. We will see you soon on Big Jet TV. If I can get this Coningsby edit done, we'll put it out to all our executive first class and super class members before the day's out, if I can. But I tell you what was funny. Keith Cornell, happy birthday for today, Keith. I'll tell you what is interesting, folks. Is an interesting one with the American stuff. With the United States Air Force, it's a lot easier to put a bit of music over the front end of it because it's like proper rock, like hardcore, sort of like, you know, Metallica-y type stuff, and it works well with it. It blends well with the US Air Force. But my thinking was, if I'm going to put something over the front of the RAF, what kind of music do the RAF chaps listen to? A bit of Brahms, maybe? Or maybe they like their rock stuff as well? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what would work. Because, you know, when we look at that whole Top Gun thing, it's all American, you know, and all that, like that music sort of like score works with all the American stuff. But with the Royal Air Force, it's the Royal Air Force. And so therefore, you don't want to sort of like offend anyone by putting some like hardcore rock on it or something. You need to, you know, I don't know, Coldplay. I don't know. You just, I mean, if there's anyone from the RAF, maybe Bulldog would let us know. Maybe he could do a little survey around Marham where he works to see what kind of music the pilots listen to from RAF Marham, and then we can choose a little bit for the score. But we might not run any music on this one. It might just, because don't forget, we only did one session at Coningsby before we turned around and we hightailed it down at Heathrow. Do you remember that day when I came all the way back to Heathrow and did a show from Heathrow? It's a bit of a what was it like? Well, Challenge Annika or Phil Collins at Live Aid, you know, but not London and New York, only Manchester. No, it wasn't Manchester. It was Coningsby in Yorkshire, in Lincolnshire. Coningsby in Lincolnshire, all the way down at Heathrow, and then do a show in the afternoon at Heathrow. Not a lot of other people that would do that, folks. So many other people that have got that sort of like inclination or passion or commitment. I could go on, but yeah, anyway folks, listen, look after yourselves. Hope you have a great afternoon. I've got to get some lunch inside me, and I've also got to get on with this Coningsby edit, and we will see you later. Take it easy. Toodaloo.